I know that we're all geeks, we're behind computers, and I mean, we're not people person, and you know, we just want to be behind a computer sending emails. We don't want to talk to anybody, but that's not how it works, and that's not how you can actually make a difference. You actually have to pick up the phone, call people, get out of your comfort zone, and make things happen. Because I can guarantee that the best links you'll get by actually calling someone, because nobody's really taking the time to calling people. So if you do that, you'll be standing out. You'll be you'll be unique, and you'll stand a much better chance to get that link. Be a woman. So I'm not trying to make you like switch lanes or anything, but we've done a lot of testing when we ask for links, and when a woman writes an email, then the response is a lot better than when a man writes the same email. So if you're a woman, great. If you're a man and you want to get a woman's pen name, if you want to have like a SEO pen name, that's great. And that way I can guarantee that the response you'll get will be way higher. And I realize it's kind of sexist, but hey, I don't make up the rules. So that's kind of how it works. And also, when your email signature, be the public relationships director or the marketing director. Don't position yourself, or don't use the title of SEO specialist, because when you're the SEO specialist, basically you're asking for a favor. You're making it about you. You want the link. But when you're the PR specialist, you're trying to work out, or a PR director, you're basically trying to work out a deal where you can help the other person. And use an email address from the same domain you're asking the link for. Okay, don't use a Hotmail or Gmail. The next really important way to get a lot of links is give something away for free. These are some examples. You can give away reports, videos, DVDs, books, free consultations, magazines, free trials, free samples, tools, quizzes, games, and webinars. Your design needs to be awesome. Like, who's gonna link to the website like this? Nobody, right? I mean, it looks awful. Now compare that to this. This is a much more beautiful site. Okay, so this website is way more likely to get links than the previous one. So for some reason the webinar was kind of cut off in this slide, so I'm gonna start again from here, and I'm gonna put the two videos together, and I'm gonna send this to you. So okay, so links are not the only thing Google looks at. They also look at social signals. For example, how many retweets you get, how many times your articles get shared by email on Facebook, on LinkedIn. And Google is about to launch a new feature called +1. And the way it's going to work is you can put this on your website, and every time someone finds something they like, they can click on the +1. And Google is committed to showing you results that are relevant to what you're looking for. And that's why the +1 is going to work so well, because you can tell Google what you like, and then they'll be able to personalize the results to show you what you're looking for. They also care about how many comments your website, your blog posts have. They care about how many retweets your tweets get. And think about the way Google thinks. If people like your stuff, then that's a really good indicator for Google that your stuff is good. Therefore, they'll want to rank you very high in the search results. Okay, so think about how Google thinks and the social signals they get from their users as far as what they like and what they don't like. So some of the things you can do is you can install the Share This tool on your website. So that's S-H-A-R-E, Share This, T-H-I-S. And you'll be able to get all these 4 sharing buttons on your site. As soon as the Google +1 feature is available, which should be in the next couple of weeks, you should install that on your website. As far as getting comments for your blog post, the best thing you can do is to finish a blog post by asking a question. So you can say something like, hey, do you agree? What do you not agree with? You know, what do you think? Has this ever happened to you before? Okay, so ask questions to encourage people to leave comments. And to get retweets, what I do is at the end of my tweets, I ask people to retweet. Please retweet. Okay. Now, let's say all these pages here are pointing to your site. All these are linking to your site. Now, these links are only worth anything if these pages are indexed by Google. If Google doesn't know these pages exist, then they won't even be able to see the links, and they're not going to count. So you want to make sure that these pages are indexed. A really good way to do this is to bookmark these pages on Digg and Delicious so Google can find them. You can tweet them too, but I normally don't go that far. But every time I create a link, for example, let's say I create a link on this page that is pointing back to my site. The next thing I would do is I would bookmark this page on Delicious and Digg. So Google sees this page right away and they see the link on this page that is pointing to my site. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about automation and black hat link building. So I'm not completely against automation, but I would never have you know, like low quality links pointing back to my site. But something you can do is have links. I'm sorry about that. Something you can do is have you know, like some low quality links pointing to these sites that point to your site, if it makes any sense. So you have your site in the middle of the wheel, and then you have all these different sites pointing to your site. And if you want to get all these pages indexed, then you can use some software or have someone do it for you or outsource it. And basically, you can automate that part. You know, if you have a very big marketing campaign and you have a lot of links coming from a lot of different sources, you don't want to, you know, bookmark every one of these pages on Digg and Delicious manually. I mean, you do want to automate part of the process. And there are 2 ways you can do this. The software there's a software I really like called SEnuke. And this software is really amazing. It allows you to automate all this stuff. But let me say this once again: don't use this software to point any links directly to your site. This will hurt your site a lot. But you can definitely use this software to create links that point to the pages that point to your site. Okay, so you always have this middle layer that is protecting your site from being in touch with low quality links. Now, if you don't want to deal with software and if you don't want to do it yourself, there's a really cool forum called Wicked Fire, where, you know, there are people from all over the world, like the Philippines and India, and they're willing to do all this for you for just a few bucks. So again, if you don't want to use SEnuke and you want someone to do it for you, that's definitely an option. And don't buy links, at least not from link brokers. Every time you buy a link from a link broker, Google can see that because they have access to the same databases that you'd have access if you create an account. So they can see all the websites that are linking, that are you know, selling space on their sites, so you can you know, pay them to put your links there. And they don't like that. They don't like paid links. They like editorial links. Links are earned. So if you want to buy a link, the best way to do it is to actually do a private transaction. So you contact the, you know, you contact the webmaster and you're like, hey, I'll give you $50 if you put this link on your site for a month or something. But don't do it through a link broker, because Google will see those paid links and they don't like that. And that's it. Thank you. That's my contact information. So let me know if you have any questions. The next webinar will be next Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And it's going to be a short one. It's going to be called 10 Awesome Productivity Tools that will save you 5 hours a week. And you can go to theoutsourcingcompany.com/blog to subscribe. I'm sorry, to register for the webinar. And because the webinar got cut off, we really had no time for questions. I'm actually recording this last part offline. But again, let me go back to my contact information. If you have any questions, guys, please feel free to send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer all your questions, okay? And this is where you can download the slides from, bit.ly/Zeek-LB-webinar. And I'm going to send you an email if you subscribe for the webinar with the link to the video and the link to the slides. Okay, well, have a great day. I'll see you next Friday for the next webinar.